Hello, it's Aiden, my real name, but my alias Neo Street. It's Neo Street back again. I'm in another. I made the second break at another tournament on PokerStars, so that's a good thing. And it'll start again in, let's see, 34 seconds. So let me take a quick look at my stats. I'm seeing the flop 34% of the time. And I've done really well at showdown, 6 of 6, and I have won four pots without showdown. And so I'm in 15th place. There's 17 players left. So again, my focus will be trying to make the final table, then laddering up from there. So it should be starting very shortly. And I don't have the big blind coming around immediately, so that's good. So maybe a couple of people will drop out before I even get hit by the big blind. You never know. So I'm wondering if I do better when I am aiming to be able to make a video, like, because I seem to be getting to the second break more often than I had been prior to when I started making poker videos. So it's an incentive to do well, because I'm not going to bore people with tournaments where I'm starting from the very beginning. So it'll always be exciting because I won't do a video unless I get to the second break. So Queen 7, I'll fold that. And so that eventually, if I play long enough, I'll get to a point where I have a video recording of me coming in first place in some tournament. That's probably won't be for a while yet. Okay, the person who is really the big stack is he's got 164,000 in chips. He's got like almost 3 times as much as the next place player. So King 9 is pretty good. So you can't throw away cards all the time. You got to keep your hand in here and there. But if Ed goes all in, I'm out of here. He's the one with the big stack. So now he's 50 grand ahead in chips of the second person who's currently in second. Okay, so I'm not going to bet 10 grand. That would have been my tournament life. So that's a case where a small stack, she's scared off a big stack, which can happen. Okay, now I got dinged with the big blind. And 10-8 suited. Not so bad when you had no choice in the matter. Yeah, this Ed guy is he's gonna be able to bully the whole table. One thing is it'll give less incentive to people to raise because he could just come over the top of them. So he'll probably bet here just to scare us. Oh wow, he's not bullying for some reason. Okay, I paired my 10, so that and a quarter might get me a bag of chips. Alright, just check it on down. Maybe my 10 will be good if no one bets. Oh, shice. Okay, I'm out of here. Next, I'm going to get hit with a small blind, which is currently 1.4K. And I get a hammer, wouldn't you know it. Anyway, it's good when you get crap that you know you can fold without any shame. Okay, so I'm now one away from being caboose boy. So not doing so hot. The next payout is 189 grand. But the next money jump is at 15, you get 206. So I'm in the dealer spot, so I get to act last after this. So I'm basically pot committed, I think. If someone bets, I think I'll just have to call. I gotta call. Oh, I got lucky. I hit a queen on the river. That'll put some color in my cheeks. So now I'm up to 11th place, and now another good hand. Alright, so I'll call that. Oh, this guy's all in, so that could be helping all the rest of us get to the final table. If he busts out this hand, busts out. Okay, I'm out of here. Okay, he's out. So that means there's 16 left. And I'm currently in 13th. Oh, I got a pair of kings. That is good, so I'll raise it up. Kings are also called cowboys. So I got a pair of cowboys here. So we got another player who's all in. So he might get knocked out this hand. So I'll bet again. So I'm pot committed again, where no matter what anyone else does, I'm going to put my chips in. All right, well, I won the side pot, which is very good. And the other guy won the main pot, which is even better. But I'm back up to 12th out of 16. So I held my own in that one. Okay, Grinder is now all in and at risk if he gets called. Oh, he had Cowboys too. My Cowboys didn't win, but they did win a side pot. But his Cowboys won the main pot. And then on the next hand. Okay, so I'm in the big blind again. A crap holding. What are you going to do? I'm not going to call this, obviously. Now I get hit by the small blind. Another crap hand. I fold without fear. All right, now I'm in 13th out of 15. Oh, so we got out of the money jump. There's only 15 players left, so the next payout is 206 grand. So that's the least I can make. So that's it. And the next money jump up from that is 9th place, which is 252. So I'm going to try to do my laddering. Fold and fold and fold again, unless I get a good hand. So let's see what we get here. So Ed is still way ahead. Oh, I have to do this again, and I hate how I have to keep readjusting this because the top players keep sliding off because of the way they set up the software, which is silly. So Ed still has a hefty 40 plus grand over the next in line. So no one's all in on this one, but Grinder might end up being all in if things happen, if things break that way. If somebody bets, then Grinder might have to call and put himself all in, or maybe he'll have to fold. I think he's probably pot committed though, so he's probably got to call this baby. Oh, he folded, okay. So he's now he's the caboose boy, is Grinder. So king, queen, and two faces. The mirror has two faces. That was a movie with Barbra Streisand. All right, so I'm going to call that. But I'm up against the big stack. Mr. Ed. So Grinder has to figure out what to do here. One thing to note is that there are no dilatory tactics when there's only one table left. So I think I'll have to fold this just for be a nit and try to ladder up. Okay, king 9 isn't bad, but there's a lot of people acting behind me and someone acting in front of me, so that makes my decision easy. If Ed calls, it knocks out Amorite, then maybe one spot closer to the final table. He didn't call. So he's playing pretty tight, even though he's got a huge stack. So everyone has their way they play. Can't argue with success. Oh wow! So now the person in second place is catching up to Ed, and I'm almost caboose boy again. Okay, I got a suited ace, so I got to go with God on this one. Everyone folded to me. I'll take it. So that popped me up to 10th place. Yeah, there's a lot of volatility in this. The stacks go up and down with the antes and blinds being this escalated at this, and they still will. They never stop escalating until the tournament's over. So you got to try to stay ahead of the blinds, meaning you got to try to keep your stack such that when the blinds come around, they don't eat it all up. So 9-8, I'll call that because I'm in the small blind. I couldn't choose to put the 1800 in, but that's good enough to call with. Okay, I paired the 8, so that's called middle pair. It happens that it's the middle card there. That doesn't always happen, but it's middle. I mean, positionally, it's in the middle. It's in the middle also in terms of. I'm not being very clear, but anyway, it's called middle pair when you get the number that's in between the other two numbers. So he's all in, so he can't put any more chips in. So I'll call that. This guy could put me over the top, and then I'd have to get out. All right, 77%, 86%. Okay, baby. That gave me another chip infusion. So I'm still in 10th, but I'm closer to the 9th place player. He has like 1,000, less than 1,000 chips more than me. This is what I always like Jack 10 because you can make straights on either end, and if you on the top end you can get a Broadway straight. So we'll see what comes out. Okay, so I paired my jack. That is also middle pair because it's between the 8 and the king, even though it didn't turn out physically in the middle. And the flop is just however the cards come out. But one thing that they've done in the software is they used to just have your holding come out in whatever order, but now they always put the higher card first. So they swap it around. You can see it happen. You see what happened there. There was the 3 king, and they said, nope, we're going to make it a king 3. So I'll fold this. Oh, look, I'm in 6th place. This thing bounces up and down all the time. So I'm now in 6th temporarily. So that means I have a fairly decent chance of making the final table. Okay, this guy just got knocked out. And he had a good hand, but he got beaten by a better hand. So now I have to fade 3 people in order to get to the final table. I'm going to get dinged by the big blind next hand, but I can take it because I got a big enough stack. So it won't hurt. I mean, it always hurts, but you don't want it to hurt so much that you fall in, where it takes all your remaining chips. So I never would have bet this, but I was in the big blind, so I can come. I'm folding that. So let's see if Ed will call it. Then he could knock this guy out, and no, he's still playing cagily. So let's see. And Ed is now in 2nd, where he used to be in 1st. So Grinch, the one I thought might have gotten knocked out, is now at the top. So you see how there's like a washing machine, a dryer, with clothes tumbling around, the stacks go up and down. So I'll call this. I'll check it. Okay, I have a chance to get a good flush, but so does he if he has a spade. Okay, that'll put me out of the running. What big stacks can do is they can either have it or not, but if they do have it, you're gone. So it just makes most sense to mostly fold when a big stack shoves chips at you, and try to preserve your stack. So kind of fade 2 players now to make the final table and see the lights come on. When I was wrong what I said last time, there is a light in this lower corner, but it's sort of in the background because it doesn't want to obstruct this text. So then you see the residual rays of light from it in this area here. Ace Queen is good. So I'll call that. Now I'm in 8th. So they just go up and down all the time. All right, well I have what's called 2 overcards to the board. Both of my cards are higher than any of the cards there. So with the 2 overcards, I'll call this bet. Hope I hit a queen or an ace. If I don't, oh, I hit an ace. So if this guy's got 2 pair, I'll be gone. But okay, I think I should just bet this. And he folded, so I pushed him off the hand. So now I'm in 6th place again. Pair of deuces, they're also called ducks because it kind of looks like a silhouette of a duck swimming around a pond. So ducks are no good. So goodbye, ducks. So still have to fade 2 people. If the camper calls here, then he's putting his life at risk, so he didn't call. Probably smart. Okay, next hand I'm going to get the big blind, but now I have an even bigger stack than the last time I was about to get the big blind. So I'll see here again. I keep harping on this, but maybe I should write an email to PokerStars to tell them when you get down to the final table, just leave number 1 at the top all the time so that everyone can see. It's because it makes sense when there are more players left than fit in the screen for them to do what they do. But when there are a few players left, they should stop that behavior and just leave them with one at the top all the time, because all the live players are definitely on the screen, so there's no sense moving the one above so you can't see what he has. There he goes again. So really is annoying. But anyway, I keep harping on it, but it's because it happened again. God. All right, now I'm in the big blind again. Oh, I mean, I was already mentioning that from last time. 10 deuce offset. I mean offsuit. Goodbye. Now I'm in the small blind. And queen 9. I did pretty well in my queen 9 last time I had that. My 9 paired, if I recall correctly. So I'm not going to go put my tournament life at risk on that. Oh, so yeah. So my table has 6 players and the other table has 5. So I'm at the better table because the blinds come around less frequently for me, for everyone at this table, in terms of the other ones. The other table that has 5, two of the 5 hands in their orbit they get a blind, but here 2 of the 6 hands we get. So we don't get dinged as much. So when there is an odd number, they have to put the odd player on one of the tables. So I'm lucky that I'm not. I'm lucky I'm not at the table where number 1 is. Okay, let me move this back. Number 1 is Grinch still. So what is this to me? Ace 4, and that's called an ace rag when your other card is pretty bad. I mean, that could have given me a low straight and a 5 high straight, but that can be beaten with a 6 high straight easily. So I just wanted to okay. Now I'm back almost caboose boy. I'm in 10th. Remember I was in 6th a couple minutes ago? Now it's just like a washing machine or a dryer or a mangle. You just get mangled up and down. It's like when you're body surfing at the beach and you can ground into the sand. I don't know, I'm mixing some metaphors here. But again, I have to move this up to see where Grinch is. So he's at 115,000 chips. So now the big blind hit me again. I'll check it. Check it. I'll fold it. Okay, now I think I am caboose boy. Yep. And that caused me to lose sight of number 1 again with this stupid software. So, but I'm very close to the person in 10th, so I really want to make the final table. So how do I do it? Some luck and maybe some skill. So 7-4, that's a clear fold. And this guy's all in, but he's way ahead. Oh, he got rivered. That's called a bad beat when you have a good lead. And so now I have to fade one person. That's a fold. So if one person, the next player who goes out, all the other ones are in the final table. So right now the other table is waiting. They haven't finished their hand yet. And now they just finished. All right, so fold this. So let's see how long this tournament's been playing for 1:52, but I always join after 29 minutes. So I haven't played the whole hour and 52 minutes. So that's a fold. Yeah, there are certain things that you can talk and think, and you don't really have to think hard enough if you played enough poker. Your hand does the automatically correct thing, because you either go right or left. If you go to the right, you're calling or raising. If you go to the left, you're folding. So I often move the cursor prior to what I'm going to do, if I'm scared that I'm going to get put over the top. Oh, look, we're at the final table now. So lights. So you can see there were the lights here, but you can't see the rays until you get up to about here because of this text here. But so I'm caboose boy, but I made the final table, so I'm happy about that, and I want to ladder up now. So right now the next payout is 252, and the next one up from that is 294, so another 42 grand, which is almost like a buy-in, which is 50 grand. So yeah, these amounts get astronomical at the final table. Okay, so I should tell you guys what the top prize is. Well, you can see here it's 1.51 million. So, but the exact number is 1,511,000. So, just call it 30 times the buy-in, which is pretty damn good. 30 times the buy-in. That's a return on investment. Okay. I got hit by the big blind again, and that was more than half my stack. But this is crap. But so I have to think long and hard. Well, hopefully no one will raise it up, and then I'll just get to see the flop. So I'll just pre-check and hope no one bets. Don't bet Saturday. Don't bet. Oh, he didn't. So I got to see the flop, and I hit the top pair, but that's a flush draw. So I'm gonna check, and if someone bets, I'm just gonna go with my go. I gotta go with it. So I'd be left with too few chips to do anything. So I have a chance here, at least a small chance. So 77%, 86, 100. Okay, that popped my stack up to 38.6. So now that didn't pop me up in the leaderboard very much, only one slot. Oh yeah, there's a stupid part of the software where you can throw things at other people. So this guy threw something at me, so I threw something back just now, just for fun. All right, 35. That small blind I'm folding. So yeah, if I can stay in 8th place, I will get 294,000. But I want to just keep laddering up as much as I can. We'll see. So everyone's still here. No one's busted out of the final table yet. One thing that you can notice on this column here, if you see parentheses with a number in it, that means this person has paid 2 buy-ins, meaning on his first buy-in, he lost all his chips and he rebought, he re-entered. So you rarely see people who re-enter in the final table because they're basically they're not risk averse enough to make it that far because they've already. So you see here, this guy here came in, rebought, so had 2 or 3, that's a 2. So yeah, sometimes you see people who rebuy like multiple times, and you never see them at the top, hardly ever. All right, well now that I have, there's full table of 9, and blinds hit 2 hands, so this is one, so I get 7 hands where I don't have a blind. So that was my first hand without a blind. So I'm in pretty good shape to ladder up because I won't have to do anything until the big blind comes around if I don't want to. If I think that I just by folding I can ladder up, then I can sometimes do that. But also you don't want to chuck a decent hand, so I'm not going to chuck this king queen. And so, and Grinch already folded, and Ed already folded, so that's good news for me. They can't. Good news for the rest of the table that they can't be bullying this hand anyway. So I'll just check this. And if someone bets, I'll have to fold because I don't have any equity. If someone bets, they probably have an ace. Okay, that paired the 6, so this might be a case of where chop pot 3 ways, because a pair of 6 and a pair of 9s with an ace kicker is the board could be beating all of our hands. My hand can beat the board. I mean, I can't make a hand that beats the board. So I think this will be a 3-way chop. Watch it, watch and see. Yep, 3-way chop. So that was like a push. Okay, now pair of jacks is good, but this big boy's in, and this big boy's in. So I'll try to be a small boy, but stay in. So now I've gone up to 7th place in the list, but again, those places don't stay. They rotate around. I've been circling in the bottom of the pack. 14 grand. So I'd have to put in 7 more. I'm not going to do that with these big. Oh, certainly not going to do it now. So Grinch went all in. So the doctor decided to call. So the doctor's life is at risk. 29.3, 14.2. He's gonzo. So we got everyone who remaining just got a money jump. So now it's up to 8th. The next payout is at 8th place for 294. So that's a good thing. So that was the first person to get knocked out of the final table. And again, I got to move this up to see who. Okay, Grinch is at the 167. So Ed came back. He was dropped down below 2, I think, for a while, if I'm right. Now he's back up to 2. So, okay, you see, this is the big blind. So in 1-2 hands, I'm going to get hit with that. But I've got 25K and it'll be 8K. But it goes up. And this screen here you can't see, but it'll say in 3 minutes, it's going up to 4.5K, small blind 9K, big blind, and 900 ante. So everyone plays an ante every hand, but the big blinds and small blinds only come on once per orbit. An orbit is where the dealer button goes around the table one time. So I wonder how many orbits we got. Well, let me see my stats. If I think I'm still perfect on the showdown. Okay, showdown 11 for 11, and pos 1 without showdown 7. So I'm doing well. So anyone who makes the final table, they have the chance of laddering all the way up. But it's not likely, but it can happen. So here I'm in the big blind. I just check it. And this will be a check. I'll be a check fold. The software used to let you do a pre-fold. Well, but they only put a fold button up if someone bets. They used to put the fold button up there all the time. So I would take advantage of that and fold when I didn't have to, because I had a feeling that I didn't want to show my cards, and I didn't think I had a good enough chance to win. So it helps not to have, it helps when you know that your opponents aren't seeing your holdings. So anyway, they changed the software so that if no one's bet, you can't fold, which is kind of weird, but because in real life at a casino, you can do whatever you want. In fact, I mean in terms of folding. So 2-3 is almost as bad as a hammer. The only reason it's not as bad is because you can get a straight with a 2-3 that you can't get with a hammer. So now I'm caboose boy again. Oh man, look at this. I'm less than half of the next guy up. So, but I'm hanging in there as long as I can. But let's see, the blinds are, so now they're 4K and 8K, with an ante of 800, and they're going up within 1 minute. Okay, that's what I always had said before. They haven't gone up since I last mentioned it. So this guy is 0%, but so yeah. Now I only have a third of the stack of the next higher up person, so I think I better just go all in. No, maybe not. There could be one more bounce out. If someone hits the rail, I get another money jump. So that's all I'm playing for now. I don't have enough chips really to play for more than folding into a possible money jump. So if I do money up to seventh place, I'll have 300. I'll get 349K, which is fairly close to what I had last time I made the final table. But I think on that one I ended up in fifth. The payouts all are based on the number of entries. So the bigger the number of entries, the higher the payout. Okay, I'm getting eaten up by the blind. So see this 9,000? By the time it comes around to me, I'll have less than 9,000. I already have less than 9,000. So any reasonably good hand between now and then, I'll go all in with it. Ace rag is not good enough. So yeah, and these 1 to 7 players can just wait until I'm gone to guarantee they all get the money jump. It's not really collusion if you don't agree to it verbally, but they can each have their own thoughts in their head about what the way they want to do it, and that's fine. So 10-8's no good. So this next, I'm going to get the big blind in 2 hands. So this next hand, I better think long and hard about folding because I want to, if it's better than what I think I can normally get on the next hand, then I'll have to go with it. Because these guys all have enough chips that they're not going to go bust out on me unless they just get really frisky or there's a cooler situation where 2 of them get a really good hand and they both don't want to leave it. So one of them can bite the dust. So let's see what we have on this next deal. So yeah, I'm at my stack is on life support right now. Okay, so 6-3, I can't go with that. So I'm pretty sure whatever I get next will be better than a 6-3. It's no guarantee, but it's almost it's a guarantee if I had called that I would be out this hand. Now at least I have a chance. I might be out next hand. No one's gonna. Oh, this guy's putting himself all in. Ed, call, please call. Grinch, call. One of these guys. Oh, fricasseed fried chicken. I wish they had called. So now oh yeah, I get a hammer on the big blind. So I am histoire. It serves me right for trying to ladder up, maybe. Who knows? Yeah, just that's the poker god saying you didn't play with enough of the heart of a lion. You played like a lamb, so we're gonna give you a hammer. Oh, I pair a 2, so that's something. Pair a deuce. Okay, I know this is. I know I'm gone. Maybe I'll hit another 2 if I get trip deuces. So he's got a king. Yeah, I'm gone. Anyway, it's been fun. Ended up in 8th place. I got 294K, and I'll see you all next time.